RetroRyoHazuki81. Tuning into the music here. Way back. Okay. Yes. Wait, screw the chair. Yeah. Okay. Getting my composure fully together as much as I can. Yes. Hello, I'm RetroRyoHazuki81. Welcome to my YouTube channel, everybody. Now, the theme of this broadcast is Shenmue and Tekken claims. Please just arrest them all. And I have a couple hashtags in here. You know, so my claims, they date back actually 30 full years in the past. And, you know, my claims really have a lot of significance to the video game industry, to Sega. You know, I mean, I don't have enough fingers to count how much significance my contributions from one single martial arts class gave to life, to the planet, to Sega, to Bandai Namco. There's a lot of significant claims that I have here that are very contributing to Sega, very contributing to Bandai Namco, and all kind of aspects of martial arts and people. You know, like there's claims that I have that, you know, have inspired the whole world around us, because you know, like, without this fight choreography that was extracted from my training in 1995, there would be essentially no Shenmue, in my opinion. We really do believe that, because, you know, if they didn't have, you know, the fight choreography that I contributed, that's extracted from my training, as I stated here, how would they have Shenmue? You know, like, how would they have um, even Tekken's character of Jin Kazama? Because this is also extracted from conversations, the ideas of Jin Kazama, that, you know, from conversations with these Don black belts. Now, they're not going to just tell you this, these teachers that I've trained with, but everything has to come from something, you know, like it comes from something, and then they create something else with it. So you follow me there? Um, that's how they have patented ideas that start to form. Um, and then, you know what? That's why some people get into disputes, and they get into maybe conflicts, confrontations, whatever. It could get physical. It could. My claims could get physical. You know, really, like, what I'm claiming could get pretty physical with some people, I think, sometimes. But um, I just, you know, like, how to explain it really. I've been going through many, many hard times, like, for years and years. And all the while, I started to realize one day, and after meditating too, that yes, I did this martial arts. They extracted my fight choreography, made Shenmue with it. Another thing, they made Tekken's Jin Kazama fight choreography, and the idea of the devil genes and demonic devil Jin, whatever. You know, this all was like formed from from me training in 1995. You know, so there's no way I'm gonna just get over it, or, forget about it completely and pretend it never happened and credit the teacher's family, which are actually my next door neighbors, and whoever else they deem worthy of the royalties, worthy of the money. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it isn't right. It never will be right. It never will be justified. And after all this time passed, they can't justify this. Is that all? Like the next door neighbors, they have an attorney, the name Charles Scoopin. Oh, is he also a judge? Has he has he played the role of a judge in a court of law? I mean, seriously? Has this guy actually been a judge? Has he also been well, I know he's an attorney, like he's supposed to stand up for civil rights, supposed to stand up for people that were in car accidents, social security claims, this and that. Look him up, Scoopin and Lucas Law Firm. They're in Dearborn, Michigan, but they're also in a few other cities, I believe. Oh, maybe one or two other. Is this guy? I'm wondering, has he actually played the role of a judge? Like I know some things about him and the history because well, I'm just listening in the conversation downstairs. You have to excuse that. You know, it's, I want everyone to realize I got my own problems with my family sometimes because oh, well, they have problems anyway. But think of how much easier my life would be, our lives would be, how much better. Like I'm Jason Scott Lee, better. How much better our lives would be if I had my royalties, my money. I don't have that. No. You know who collected it? These iconic figures in law enforcement, and they think they're iconic. They think they're celebrities. I guess this guy in the police in Arizona, he thinks he's a celebrity. This Raymond Savoy and this Charles Scoopin. Oh, they think they're celebrities. They really do. I think they think they're like on TV all the time, everywhere they go. They must think that about themselves. Don't you know who they are? See them at the bar ever? You see them? Probably complaining about, I don't know, they're complaining, but they're enjoying the good things in life. And I don't know, they probably don't have not much to say, but I don't know what they're like sometimes. I kind of wonder what they're really like. I think they're laughing at our family, laughing at the fact they got away with this. They're laughing at my family doesn't really drink. They're not drinkers, but um, I've noticed some things about them. And, yeah, it's like quite offensive. I think what they're probably like and how they're laughing at us all these years, laughing all the way to the bank. Oh, man, I'm offended. I'm really offended that this, um, it's a lot of crap in Michigan. This is in Michigan, everybody. Everyone to be aware, this is in Michigan. Um, yeah, it's crazy because uh, the teacher, he must think he's quite the sensational, you know, a lot of things. I know about this teacher. Let me say, this guy teacher that I train with, he's like, he's like a pimp. He's like a pimp and a sex addict. And oh, I remember this guy's teacher. I'm just gonna come out and say the truth. Why not? You know, this girl that was dating me. I dated a girl. Okay, I dated a girl that was. She supposedly, reminds me of Joy. I think they copied her likeness to make Joy. I don't know what she got from Shamu, but I know she got royalties. Yes. Oh, she got royalties, and I think she got my royalties and some other royalties from this Shenmue somehow. Whatever she got. But You know, like this girl, her name is Sarah. I'll say her first name, Sarah. Okay. And then we got um, the teacher, Raymond, who reminds me of Guizhang. Reminds me a lot of Guizhang. Now, they have a disclaimer in Shenmue. They do, yes. And I don't believe it because I know better. Because they use my likeness to make this Shenmue, in my opinion. That's my fight choreography. If you follow my channel, everybody, you know, like you're going to understand and know that if you follow my channel, you'll see me doing the same moves from Shenmue. Yeah, it's just that crazy. You know, like not that it's crazy, but see, they were supposed to pay me for this. They were supposed to credit me for this. They're supposed to acknowledge me for this. They gave me a degree that's they call undocumented in the United States Subakdo Muno Federation. Now, they will not give me another degree now. Now that it's gone, missing, stolen, lost, destroyed, all these things, all the above, you know, I have to complain. I'm complaining. And you know, like, I actually think if I write Mr. Phil Duncan of our federation, like one of the chairman, presidents, whatever position he is in the federation, uh, it's not going to do anything in my favor at all. I think like if I write him letters, which they asked me to write him letters, um, you know, I don't think he's gonna even care. He's gonna just, you know, like from what he told me over the phone, I don't know if he'll even care. You know, like I actually believe this guy might have an actual documented degree of me there, and they're just lying about it at that federation office. I don't believe them, really. I don't believe that. There's no proof of that degree out there because I think there's proof out there somewhere. This degree that represents Shenmue and Tekken claims, and this is a real degree, and I think it's out there. The proof is out there. Um, Maybe I won't ever get the full translated proof of it, if any of it at all, if any of it. You know, I mean, really, it's horrible. It's really horrible. Um, yes, it's like terrible that people get away with this, and they expect me just to not say nothing. Don't just. They expect me to turn into a female and grow a vagina on my over my dick and get screwed up in it and you know like come on now bend over taking in the butthole no not gonna do it like that everyone because that's not right. um I'm not a female, I'm a man, and people think I'm just gonna take it like I'm their bitch. No, how am I gonna say it, you know, like people think, oh, you're vulgar, you're swearing. Well, Ryozuki does swear. If you follow Shenmue, Ryozuki's not a classy, tidy, you know, guy that never uses profanity ever. He does swear at times. And I do too. But here's the problem here. Enough is enough. Enough is more than enough. Honestly, enough is it's more than enough of what I've been through over 30 years, you know. Like not over 30 years, but 30 years in exact time span. It's been 30 years now. Uh, didn't collect on any of this, didn't get any of this. I was supposed to. Then the teacher, he's some big shot cop in Gilbert, Arizona, from what I know. Hot shot, big shot, chief of police, Gilbert, Arizona, sergeant of police force, lieutenant. I don't know what his rank is there. Maybe he's an undercover policeman in Gilbert and living in Florida, wondering what is the truth about this whole situation. You know, the teacher told me just to let it go, but I don't want to let this go. This is not right. This is very wrong. This is very offensive to me. I'm very offended. And I'm not just going to let this go like that, like nothing happened. I mean, who do you think you are, Raymond? Charlie, Kathy, Andy, Melissa, Molly, all these people. You think I'm just going to let this, you guys know about this? And hey, they know about this, but they're better because I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, it totally amazes me. And let me say this too. The reason I'm identifying these names here on the internet is for the sole reason of the fact that they are related. I'll repeat it. The reason I am identifying these names on the internet of my karate certificate, whatever, like I'm their bitch. The reason I'm saying these things is because the sole reason is because they're related to Raymond Patrick Savoy. If you look back on the United States, Subakdo Budokan Federation of Lincoln Park, Region 5 Center, he's the teacher in the year 1995. Read the article on our page, everybody. Look it up. Not trying to be mean or offensive here, but look it up. Lincoln Park, look it up. Lincoln Park, Michigan, Subakdo. Look it up. You're going to find an article on there. It's going to state clearly the history of our federation in that Region 5 where we trained. I trained with this Raymond Savoy. I've got proof that I trained in the year 1995. Making it real clear. I've got proof that I trained in 1995 with this Raymond Savoy. And I've got proof of that. Now, I've got the proof of that, but I also had the proof of that degree. But then everybody was so jealous of it. They wanted to steal it. They wanted to copy it. They wanted to take it and claim it. And yeah, it's all gone. Like, I was watching this video on YouTube, like a random YouTube video of the shorts nature video. Now, okay, so the farmer worker or the farmer family member is feeding spaghetti to chickens and cats or something. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just chickens. I just call it chickens. There's just feeding spaghetti to chickens, and you know what? The chickens, whenever they get that spaghetti on the ground, they go crazy for it and take it right away. They all fight over that spaghetti and take it. That reminds me of this degree. Like, if my degree, you might as well call it spaghetti degree. But I'm Mexican, so call it whatever. I don't care what they call it. The undocumented degree. It's like throwing some food on the ground and chickens or some farm animals just fight over it. Take it, man. Take it. Before I can even get it, it's gone. Oh yeah, it's very, very offensive. What I've gone through is so horrible, so horrifying, and like it's terrible that I would go through this. It's terrible that anybody would have to go through this. Honestly, I've gone through a lot with this discrimination of not getting the degree, royalties, not getting any of these things because I'm what? I'm Ryan. His name is Ryan. Like I'm nobody. No, that defined me a lot, and they made my new name RetroRyoHazuki. So, I can't just justify this. There's a real person who has these claims in the planet, in the world, and I would tell this to Corey Marshall that there is actually a real person who has real claims, who has a real degree, who is really RetroRyoHazuki. And, I know he likes to call me Salazar. I don't want to make fun of Corey Marshall or nothing, but I'm just saying, they're not identifying me this. They're not acknowledging me as this at all in any regards, They're just like, trying to deny and turn blind eyes or something to this. I don't know what it is. Uh, what isn't cool? It's not right at all. You know. So I don't want to keep going over how I look like him and all that. I know I made it clear. Um, but it's just what became of that degree that has lost significance. Like it's just the significance of that degree went to other people that, to me, well, what did they do to earn it? What did they do to earn my royalties, my degree? They went to school and some people got, I don't know what they did. I don't know what people really did, because I'm thinking this is spread out amongst vast majorities of people. They did none of the martial arts. They're not the expert in all this. I earned it. I did what needed to be done. I have the formula of what needed to be done and did it back then. And maybe I could even do it again, all again today. But it's just, it never was put in my name. So I've always aspired to be a martial arts movie actor. All these things, I wanted to use that to get into the Hollywood industry. It didn't happen for me like that. Um, I want to state, people seeing this, watching this, this is nothing mental. This is nothing mental. This is nothing delusional. This is nothing that I'm just claiming that I don't know I'm talking about or whatever. It's real claims. Yeah. So, like, yeah, I'm just thinking of the title, how I'm going to relate to this. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Um, I don't know why people get away with so many things in life and they can do whatever the hell they want. They can do anything they want, get away with things that are wrong, immoral. Um, I'm not their daddy, but I can't just let people make me look dumb at my expense. Let people can't just. I don't like it when people want to make me look stupid. Like people in my history, this Sarah, this Raymond, these scooping family members. They've really offended me like different times. I can remember. Um, you know, if it wasn't the Fairlane Mall, Sarah's fucking one of them. It was Targets on Ford Road. Sarah's fucking one of them. It's those two places, Fairlane Mall. Sarah's fucking one of their family members. Sarah's fucking one of their family members on Ford Road of Target. And I'll make those claims. Who is she? Sarah Lucy Bach Galvin. Galvin. I don't know what is. If she's married, if the man's deceased now, whatever, imprisoned. I hear he's got quite the record of being like a not a very law-abiding citizen, whatever. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know these people really anymore. But when I did know them for 3 years, and I got pictures to prove it, 3 solid years. Um, you know, they defended me up and down and all the way around. And like it's just insane how people just want to make me look dumb. And look, Ryan, like, see, they knew they were getting away with a lot of things. These people in my history, I think those are, see, all these people I'm mentioning, everyone, are people from the karate class in 1995. Going back 30 years ago, they were all in that class in 1995, and they devoted their lives. They gave their lives to making me look like a fool in every regard. I think that was their whole life purpose. Make a fool of Ryan Michael Salazar to make sure he doesn't get credited as Ryu Hazuki, make sure he doesn't get credited for that degree, Jin Kazama, all these things that he did. Give our lives to this Raymond Savoy. Let's give our lives. We pledge to you, Naraku Raymond Savoy. Naraku Raymond Savoy, we worship you. We suck your stupid fucking cock. We believe in everything you are. You're the fucking devil, a fucking Satan, a fucking hell. That's what I think of this Raymond Savoy. I don't care if it gets up on a pedestal or whatever, on a post. What is it? If he preaches, he's Satan to me. He's a fucking devil. He's Satan, and he's not. He's not. He might like me. Let me say this. He's not evil in every way, this Raymond Savoy. I don't think he's evil in every regard, but to me, he's like satanic. Um, why do I say that? Here's something I got from Sarah Lucy Bach. She tells me that the Skupin family is in the witchcraft. She tells me the mother is in the witchcraft. She studies witchcraft. Okay? That's something I never was really focusing on but Sarah tells me the mother of the Skupin family studies witchcraft. I mean, wow, wow, wow. All these things I remember from Sarah, oh, horrible as hell, horrifying, terrifying. Like, wow, they're evil people too. So I gather that if this Kathy Skupin, and then who is she? She's a teacher at the Trend School District. Who is she? I never knew her. Is she an evil, mean teacher? I don't know what kind of teacher she was. I mean, I know the kind of teacher Raymond was. He seemed like a very good, saintly, perfect teacher. This Raymond seemed like a very perfect teacher in so many regards. I had a lot of respect for Raymond Savoy. Uh, the positive aspect of that, I thought he was like a perfect man and perfect gentleman in so many ways. He seemed that way a lot. This karate teacher, he has a lot of karate talent. He does the same fight choreography I noticed of Guizhang. I can remember him, his swallow dive style, like this, even like that. Two teachers were like this. But I remember that Raymond guy doing the moves like that too. Well, I'm not kidding about this. I know this through and through. And get my money. Well, I've got to complain or something. I mean, damn. Like, it's crazy that people would just get away with this crap. I don't get respected and acknowledged or nothing. So, oh, not happy. Not a happy camper, Yes, yes. Like, what else? What else was it? I can remember Sarah being on her cell phone all the time, texting, cell phone. I can remember. I can remember before I bought a toy from the capsule toy machine there. There's a capsule toy machine in up north Michigan of Mackinac Island, and I remember that this toy I had was uh, it was like a yellow and white 6 or 9 ball or something. It's the cue ball. Okay, it's like there's the cue ball that was sent to me, but uh, what I'm saying here, I can remember Sarah saying something like on the phone, like, "So you're just gonna rig it, like, you know." I don't know how Raymond had all of these things orchestrated so perfectly, but there's a system out there, and I mean, like the damn capsule toy machine in up north Michigan. I got this cue ball, and then that was my cue to what? Like, I know what they're getting at. I'm camping with them, but they're making a fool out of me, literally camping with their family up north and that. And that's like my supposed to be my cue to get lucky. Like what? Like hit the sack and get lucky with their parents there or something. Like it won't happen anyway. And it won't happen even if her parents were not there. She wouldn't do this she's just playing me the whole time. It's a fake relationship. It's fake. It's all fixed. It's all fake. And that's what pisses me off a lot, that I earned all this respect and honor. and then I don't get nothing for it at all. Like, wow, man. You know, now that sounds like kind of a wild claim in a way, but that there's some truth to that. I just wanted for the record to be said about that cue ball that I don't have it anymore. I don't have it anymore. Um, Man, I don't. I mean, I could. I know what happened to it somewhat, but it's not in my possession now. I don't have it now. Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, there's more. There's more. There's more. There's more. There's more. And yeah, let me say this really, truthfully here. Here's the problem that I got with this history, these people in my past. Um, I think they go so far into my history and past, 30 years ago too, like maybe before that. I don't even know. But um, like I could explain this about this dog. I might as well now that I have this on the right feature here, I'll explain this about this dog here. Um Now I'll save some of it for another time. I am kind of tired, about all this dog named Bubba. Drop the picture down here. You know, like okay. Yeah, this dog, in Shenmue 3, everybody, Shenmue 3, not 4, Shenmue 3, there's a British bulldog on the gaming center of Shenmue 3. Well, they're also using me for that because I'm definitely this Ryuzuki guy supposed to be. My family used to breed British bulldogs. This is dated 2002, and we came here with that bulldog. One of our bulldogs from our litters and that we kept. Yeah. Okay. So um, okay, I'll just explain this. When I first met her mother, and bless her soul, whatever, yeah. Um, they would house and hoard these animals. I believe it was 15 to 20 cats in one room, feeding them in a small of what is defined as a small bungalow house, whatever. Uh, yeah, like okay, 15, 20 cats in one room, and they got 15 to 20 dogs throughout that small house. Now, this to me is the definitive definition of um of hoarding animals. Like you're hoarding animals, you might as well be hoarding illegals. What if they're illegals from Mexico? What if they're illegals from China or somewhere? Hoarding illegal aliens, or letting people stay in your house. Maybe you got 50 people in a small house, you know what to do with them. There's too many people in that house. In this case, there's too many foreign animals. To me, they're foreign animals. I don't know these animals. I don't know what they're all like. Too many foreigners of domestic animals, whatever. Too many like wild, foreign, whatever. There's too many animals. Too many people. Too many animals. Too many life forms in that house. Now, oh, I'm just minding my own business there. I mean, throughout the whole day, the whole entire day, they've got like 4 or 5 cats, not no 4 or 5 dogs in the same car, and they took me to the mall. I went to the mall, hung out with Sarah. She's 17, 18 years old at the time. This is a long time ago, yes. But I'm just coming to a conclusion about this dog, how it uh, relates to Bubba. So the dog's licking me all day throughout the back of my head, licking me, driving me nuts. The dogs won't leave me alone on my lap, all over me. Uh, and then, and then I go downstairs, same thing. Every time I'm downstairs in their basement where they're living, the dogs are licking me everywhere, jumping on me, won't leave me alone, won't settle down, won't get off me. Okay, so there were like two or three dogs that were bothering me for like 2 hours, I think, or something. I don't know how long it's been, but okay. This Sarah person was like supposedly like my girlfriend, but she was also like a friend and a girlfriend. But ultimately, it was a fake relationship from the very beginning of day one. So that's what it needs to be known to. Raymond planned it, Sarah planned it, fake relationship. Okay. So this is the problem here. Sarah's in the shower. She's there. If she's not banging some guy upstairs, what it sounds like, if she's not banging somebody in the neighborhood or something, I don't know what it is, but like she's always got people she's having to give out sex to, I guess. And she's expected to put out sex all the time, like a whore. Yeah. It's terrible. This history I have with her is so horrible. And if I don't hear banging and crap upstairs, well, I'm supposed to sit there like see if I hear that, keep playing board games with their father. Okay, keep playing board games. Don't go upstairs. Keep playing a puzzle, and don't do nothing. And I'm the boyfriend, or I'm the friend, or some shit that's nothing anyway to them. So there, that, and then so what happened at the time? I guess all I believe. Okay, at the time, what I can remember hearing is that, um, okay, she's in the shower, she's showering, and then they want me to stay there and wait for her, whatever. Um, I mean, I guess I should have just went up there and put my, whatever, just force sex on her. I don't know what to do. But here's the problem: can't do that. All the adults are against me to not have sex with my friend at the time. All the adults are cock blocking me anyway. They don't want me to do that anyway. So what happens? I'd stay there with the dogs. Stay with the dogs. Stay with the cats, farts, all that. Stay there, and I'm there, waiting, trying to ignore everything. This one dog keeps licking me, jumping on me. Won't leave me alone. Won't settle down. Uh, to me, I grew up in a Hispanic house with Mexican people everywhere, and speaking Spanish everywhere, and those kind of people a lot, and primarily those kind of people in Detroit, everywhere, Melvindale, Detroit, wherever I'm at. Uh, you know, so I've got that, my history, my background, pinatas, all that, culture, food, everything. Now, to me, like if a child doesn't settle down, if a child doesn't settle down, what do the adults do? And what did other adults do to me when I was a child and I wouldn't settle down? They would spank me. They'd pull my pants down, get out their belt or a shoe, hit me with a shoe, hit me with a belt, and discipline the hell out of me like that. You know, I'm not American where I don't, like if a kid doesn't settle down, they tell him to go have sex in the other room. I'm not American where if a kid doesn't settle down, they tell them to go in the other room and just have time out, and they don't listen. I'm not that kind of kid. I'm not that kind of kid where if the kid doesn't settle down, they just give them free money. Here's $200. Go have fun with it because you won't settle down. I'm not that kind of American kid. And yes, I have an American flag here. I'm living in America, but I'm not that kind of kid. I'm Hispanic in my background. I'm Mexican, so I have to follow the way I'm raised, the way I'm taught. the hard way. And that's what I'm used to. So I'm not like some kind of modern Mexican either. From those, they got a lot of modern Mexican people that are like, you know, not so harsh on their kids. I want to be that way if I can. If I had kids, I'd try to be modernized and not have to make them go through what I went through. I would probably try to be that way, but I'm not raised that way. Maybe that would be wrong. Maybe it'd be right. I don't know which the right or wrong way sometimes. But what I'm saying, so you have that. So what did I do? This dog wouldn't stop jumping on me, slurping me, licking me, making me sick as hell, annoying the holy hell out of me. I grabbed, I guess I grabbed the wrong dog. And the wrong dog was not bothering me, I guess, and whatever. And I grabbed the wrong dog, and that's the wrong one. So I started spanking that dog and then put the dog down because I don't know which dog was bothering the hell out of me. I mean, I think I got the wrong dog because the right dog was a little Doberman dog that wouldn't settle down. And hey, I'm Mexican, everybody. I'm not some American country boy like that. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm Latin, and I have to do what I know is right. And if I think it's right, well, I don't know what to do. The dog won't leave me alone, and I'm trying to have peace. I don't want to throw the dog at the wall. I don't want to go insane, but this girl put me through so much crap with these animals. What did I say before? 15 to 20 animals, cats, in one small room. And then we got 15 to 20 dogs all throughout that little small house, a bungalow. Yeah, Detroit. This is Detroit, everybody. It's a hard life here. What do we get? Um, so yeah, so we got so what happens? Okay, that dog gets spanking, whatever. Yeah. I don't know what to do. And if anything, I guess I don't know what I was doing, but I'm going through hell like that. I'm trying to sleep, and I guess I reacted the wrong way. But you know what? Let me tell everyone what happens, okay? That dog, little dog, Schnauzer, actually, uh, okay, that dog has problems, and they take it to the vet. They can't fix the dog up. The dog dies. Okay, about a week or two later, dog dies. I don't know how long it lived, but um, let me explain to everybody what happened with this here. Okay, this dog, Bobo. Okay, this Sarah. Okay, Sarah and her mother and family always asking. They're always asking. Okay, well, I know Sarah, and it was asking for this dog. Like, can we have your dog? Can we have your dog? Can you just give us your dog? Why? It's our dog. We raised this dog. It loves us. It's our dog. But she's asking for this dog from day one when she met me. Can we have your dog? Can we have your house? We like your house. Different things like that. Just give us your dog. Give us your house. They want everything we got. And what are you going to give us? Do for us? I don't really know. I don't know. Okay. But not only that, then we got the neighbors somehow in the middle of this too. Scoop and Lucas people know all about this too. Scoop and neighbors, law firm, they're all in the middle of this. Raymond's in the middle of this. Everyone's in the middle of this. I didn't know that. I didn't know my karate. I never knew my karate teacher was in the middle of all this. If I knew that, I would probably have not even dated that Sarah girl. That was a fake relationship anyway. So what happened? What happened? Okay. One day, this dog Bubba has this problem, with the nails getting trimmed sometimes, whatever. But what happened? This never happens. This never happens. But Bubba always comes back alive and healthy and well from the veterinary clinic. Okay, so I do notice that. Okay, my mother drops Bubba off at this. Okay, let me explain this now. There's this veterinary clinic called McLaughlin Veterinary Clinic, and this McLaughlin Veterinary Clinic, there's a William McLaughlin and an Anita McLaughlin related. They're part of the McLaughlin family, some McLaughlin family. I don't know if it's the same McLaughlin family as this veterinary clinic. I believe it probably is. That's a German last name. Now, this this karate teacher, there's another karate teacher, Michael Zickerfuss. He's German descent too. But I know this William McLaughlin, maybe Anita McLaughlin too, maybe her, but definitely William McLaughlin would speak of these karate teachers. He knew about them. I knew about them. We talked about them before in conversation. So he's related to Michael Zickerfuss. Okay, he is from the same church or something of our community that's closed down now in Melvindale. Yeah, I remember that too, somewhat. Okay, so okay, we're dropping off Bubba. This is a champion bloodline dog, champion bloodline breed AKC. We drop off Bubba to McLaughlin Veterinary Clinic. Me and my mother, whatever, and then I see this man in the window. I'm thinking, whoa, that's my karate teacher. That's one of my karate teachers. That guy in the window. I'm thinking like, I know him. Like that's one of my karate teachers. Who does it look like? Michael Zigafus. Who is he related to? William McLaughlin. Anita McLaughlin. Who is the McLaughlin? What's the name? What's the name of the veterinary clinic? McLaughlin Veterinary Clinic. It's in Woodhaven, Michigan. Okay, Woodhaven, Allen Road, Michigan. The veterinarian today of McLaughlin Clinic, I hear is like a ex. Well, not ex. I don't know if he's active in drugs or how active he does drugs. He's like a drug addict person and a substance abuse person. I never met him. Okay, I never met this veterinary guy that's there's a veterinarian that's like a substance abuse person and that, and he does drugs, crazy high, whatever he gets off on, I don't know. But he's also a veterinarian. Yeah. So what happens there? We drop Bubba off. I see this man looks like Michael Zigafus. Wow, looks like Michael Zigafus. Now, what happens? That's the last time I ever seen Bubba alive. Because what happens is they my mother drops him off there. We come back like an hour or two later, he's dead. Bubba is dead. And I remember they were like mad as hell, their family that their Roscoe dog, died from what happened there. But this was before Roscoe died. Their dog Roscoe, one of the dogs, the wrong dog. Okay, the wrong dog. Unfortunately, and even if it was the right dog, it still wouldn't have mattered. Those kind of people that I was involved with, they break the laws a lot. They get away with breaking the laws all the time. They're hoarding animals. Might as well be hoarding illegals from another country, whatever. Not that that's so terrible sometimes. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't necessarily want to side with Republicans or Democrats. Sometimes I don't know what I am. At times I don't know what I am. I really don't. But anyway, Bubba, see him? Okay, Bubba had his nails trimmed, and suddenly they said he collapsed. Okay, so he collapsed and he died. But I don't know if that's what happened. Maybe he was choked to death and he died. I'll be right back. Okay. RetroRyoHazuki81. Okay. Now, okay. So this is okay. Let's ask a question here. How does this story of Bubba relate to the karate teachers? Relate to my whole problem being a major factor for my life and Shenmue related? How does this all relate? How is this all related? Because this is involving like potentially even my karate teacher in a way. Now, one of my karate teachers. There are four dons that I earned their respect. I earned the respect of four dons in 1995. Yes, I certainly did. Now these four dons, they they're very old school karate guys, had a lot of talent. Uh, but one of them was my head instructor, this of Raymond Savoy name, and Kyosan M, certified instructor to me that year. Okay, the other one, the one I'm naming here, Michael Sigafus, he's what is he? He is like he's more history with him, on that too. But yeah, he's like they're all friends, they're all buddies. I felt like I was accepted by them. I felt like I was, you know, impressive as hell to them. I felt like I was, you know, special to them in a lot of ways, and I really was. I was all these things, because they chose me to be this Ryozuki that year. Yes. So, you know, knowing all these truths and these facts add up. The facts add up, and my testimonial does mean something. I think when I say these things, uh, you know. So okay. So what happened? This dog. I believe what happened is that Sarah or the teachers, maybe not Sarah, maybe not even Sarah, but maybe the teachers or somebody wanted to get revenge on that. Okay, this little miniature, it's like a miniature schnauzer kind of dog that was really old and special. I didn't know this. I don't know what dog is special, what dog is old, what dog is what. I just know that those dogs are driving me insane, and I don't want to be around them. But I have nowhere to go. I have to stay downstairs with the dogs slurping me all day long, and like, you know. See, here's the difference. All the other guys that this girl's, you know, dating or spending time with in that house in Detroit, she's giving them sex, and not even the father is bothering them when she's giving them sex. Okay, the mother's not bothering them, the father's not bothering them. She's giving them hardcore sex in the room. Well, I can hear it sometimes above my head, and I know that's what's going on. She's giving them hardcore sex in her bed, and I'm just staying down there like a dumbass. See, I'm really offended by this all these years ago. I don't think I'll ever get over it. I don't think I'll ever get over it, really. It's one of the most offensive things anyone could ever go through. These people in my history. All the things I can remember going through every day. I remember that I moved from Melvindale, Michigan to Riverview, Michigan. And then the students are cocky and arrogant at Riverview, a lot of them. They're cocky and arrogant like they're somebody special, Okay. But I didn't realize that you had to click just right with the right people, or play your cards right, whatever the hell that is. I didn't play my cards right. I didn't click, 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 whatever, right? And there you have it. People just run all over you, offend the holy hell out of you, and don't care about you. And you mean nothing, and they mean everything. And they get away with it totally scot-free. See? That's offensive. Now, they can get away with this, and they actually think they're worthy of my money, of their money. The money they earned, they're worthy of that. The money they earned, they are worthy of that. The money I earned, I never said I was going to give them anything. But the teacher wanted me to think, wanted me to persuade me to think like, to go that way. Well, I don't know what he was saying to me really sometimes anyway, but what he was really meaning was, I'm just going to take everything away and give it to my family and goodbye. I'll never see you again. I don't know what he did say before. I remember this teacher said before, he says, so I don't know what you're going to do. What are you going to do? What am I going to do? I told you what I would like to say to that now. Even he says, I don't know what you're going to do. What are you going to do? I would say, I already told you what I was going to do. I told you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm wanting you to do everything we agreed upon. Use my fight choreography. You recorded my fight choreography. Use that and give that back to me one day. And do give me my royalties. And after that, I will use that one day to get into the Hollywood industries to be a martial arts movie actor. You see my talent teacher. You like my fight choreography. You used it to make Shenmue. You've seen how good I was in the martial arts that year. And that's what I would say to Raymond Savoy. If he say, well, I don't know what you're going to do. What are you going to do? Like, I told him, how many times did he do that? He's not listening to me. So he's disrespecting me like that, not listening. Like, you don't have to respect me. You don't have to do anything. No. Okay? If I in fact earned this respect and I did all these things, I mean, I'm entitled to getting this respect from people. If anything, I earned it all. I earned it all. Yet, they just totally disregard what I did for the games and everything, disregarded, just like denied. And it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. I don't know. It's not good. So, what I'm saying here, what I'm saying is this. All these things that happen to me, I want to say, all these terrible things that happen to me, they are not good at all. Okay? It's not good to bring them up. It's not good to remember these things. It's not good to think of Shenmue this way. Like, let me say this too. It's really not even good to think of Shenmue in this regard. Like this. But, here's the problem. It doesn't work out in my favor at all. I'm used. Every time I play Shenmue, I think I'm playing as myself. Well, there I am. I mean, I don't think of the name. I don't think of the name Ryan Salzer every time I play Shenmue, but sometimes I do. But I also think of RetroRyoHazuki, the name. There I am on TV. I'm Shenmue. Well, I just did a roundhouse kick. Just did a tornado kick. There I am doing. Okay, what's going on? Oh, cyclone kick, windmill kick, brutal tiger. Yeah, there I am doing my fight choreography from 1995. And there I am doing my moves. Those are my moves from Shenmue. And there I am playing Tekken. Oh, there's me, Jin Kazama. There's me now. I remember flashbacks of that tournament. That was a stupid tournament because they didn't train me right. They didn't give me my royalties all those years. They didn't give me the respect I had earned. That competitor that I went up against, had probably all the things that I should have had as far as being a martial artist, and more than likely had way more than the things that I would have had as a martial artist coming from Japan or wherever he's from, China, Japan. I don't know where he's from, this competitor, but he did in fact have talent that I didn't recognize at first. He's holding it in, but this is the problem here. This whole situation is about uh, me not getting respected for. Yeah, see, after I earned that in 1995, I never got to enjoy or live with my royalties for being Ryuzuki. Now imagine if I had had the royalties from being Ryuzuki. Imagine if I had had the honor for being Ryuzuki. Probably who would have won was me. Okay, if I'm ready, trained like Ryuzuki, I think I would have beat him definitely. But this is the problem. I was not raised that way, trained that way by my teachers enough because they betrayed me. They betrayed me. They didn't pay me my money. They didn't give me the respect I really earned. Now, even though that guy from another country probably had all the sex in the world and all the money and respect from everything, I'm sure this guy is so established in whatever he is, but it's just that I never earned like disrespect. I never earned disrespect. This is what I'm saying. I had earned what I earned from Shenmue. But then, and being Jin Kazama too. I had earned those things. If they had followed through and given me the money and let me know about what these royalties mean and everything, instead of putting a scheme over me and like a bag over my head and just beat up on me like this over all the years, yeah, I would have won probably every match ever in history. I think I would have won every match in history and nobody would have beat me ever. But they didn't do that for me. See? So I'm left here with, like, I don't come from a family oriented martial arts family. Let me say that. I don't come from a martial arts oriented family. But he looks like he does. So that's the difference, too. You see, family oriented martial arts competitor versus earned, naturally gifted martial artist, gifted person of Ryuzuki nature, of Jin Kazama nature. If I had that and I had my money and I had all the things in play that I needed in play for 30 years or maybe not even 30 years. But that's the whole problem here. You see, this person of another competitor, I think actually he may be sided with these Scoopins somehow. I think the police authorities have uh I overheard some comment he had with a referee, this guy, and it sounds like they had planned to aim for my shoulder. Yeah. They planned to aim for my shoulder. They planned to dislocate it. They planned to make me look stupid there. And they did, like, I mean, all he did was a Bruce Lee stamp kick. Anybody can do that. It's so easy and shit. Uh, Bruce Lee stamp kick to make me look dumb. I try to swoop in there and grab it around there, but my shoulder's too weak anyway to go for the Ippon. It would have been 2 or 3 points for Ippon. I don't even care. Let me say this. Karate tournaments are really stupid to me sometimes. They don't signify real fights. They're not real fights. They're set up and they're orchestrated sometimes to be in someone else's favor, and they don't say that. Like the police, I think, orchestrated that tournament for them to win, to make me look stupid in Michigan. Okay. I think this Sarah's involved with it. That some of this and the teachers, all this sided against me after all this time. It's a really, really horrible, horrific reality that I live because people were all jealous, take this away from him. And what is the reasons why? You have to know me to understand why. There's different reasons why. I won't say now, but different reasons. People don't want to accept me, don't want to respect me for what I am, for who I am, for what I did. So there's that. Now, I don't care. Let me say, I don't care who won, who would have won, or whatever. I think, and actually, I think there's probably things that happened in that match that were like illegal points or whatever. I don't even, um, I mean, it's just orchestrated in a way that I would lose. And let me say, I'm not experienced with. Let me say, was that a full contact tournament or is that a medium contact? Was that semi contact or full contact? That's another question. I don't know, and I don't have experience with those tournaments. All I wanted to do. I mean, I don't give a crap about that tournament. I really don't. But girls, like women, they're not gonna have sex with me anyways. They won't fuck me. It's women from here, Michigan, whatever the hell. This is the problem. See, I look real stupid in the tournament because it's orchestrated for me to look stupid and fail my whole life because I'm from this state. I'm living in this state, and I'm Mexican in this state. I'm hated here for being that. I'm hated here for a lot of things. Discrimination is all over the place and terrible as hell for me. Uh, the list goes on and on and on. How terrible it is for me. You know, I don't know what to say about it, but um, like it's discrimination. I think from my race, from my disability, a lot of things on acceptance. Oh yeah, yeah. Like there's a lot of shit that I go through with this history, these people, and this girl Sarah, that I dated for 3 years. It would never fuck me one time. All this shit, all this crap. I'll say it like it is. I'm saying it like it is. I don't care to not swear sometimes. Sometimes I don't care if I swear because I'm telling the real truth here. They set it up to make me look like a fool all my life. It's like the ultimate, it's like the total definitive and ultimate definition of discrimination that I go through in Michigan. Oh, I don't know how long I would stay here if I had a choice to live here or not. It's so horrible what I go through here. Yeah. And like everything I've been through is probably because of that degree that I earned. I earned a real special martial arts certificate that made me certified and it has proven me that I am all that it claimed I was in that certificate. And I don't get to accept any of that. I don't get to live any of that. Who gets it probably who have control over this is, see, I guess the karate teacher, this Raymond Savoy, has the ability to take it back once he gives it to me, even though I definitely earned it. Which he shouldn't have the ability to take that back if he doesn't have legitimate cause to take it back, he shouldn't be taking it back from me. Okay? Just because I had, you know, what, some mental illness or something going on, it doesn't mean I didn't earn it. You know, I definitely earned it. And then the teacher wants to take it away from me. And I was never causing trouble in class that year at all. It's just, it's a lot of crap that I went through. So let me say this, okay? All right, this is the problem I have. When I say, going back to the title, when I say Shenmue and Tekken claims, arrest them all, arrest them all, please just arrest them all. I mean that. I mean that if I have to mean that. If I have to mean that, I really do mean that. Because I'm afraid for my life. Sometimes I feel like I'm afraid for my life to say these things on the internet. Seriously, like really, really, really. I feel like I have to be afraid for my own life. I feel like maybe my family might have to be afraid for their lives. What am I claiming? This Sega is a big entity, big corporation right here. All around the world, it's known. So this is what I'm also saying here. Like this dog. See, the way I correlate this in a way, if Michael Zigafus was at that veterinary clinic and who is also aka a karate instructor I'm familiar with, and this Sarah Lucy Bach girl was in the karate class in 1995, he knows about her going to an Arizona trip with Raymond Savoy in 1996 too. If all these things add up just right, which, let me say, the dog's value of life, what was lost there, is not worth more than like a few $100s or something, So, I mean, and at this point, so many years later, I don't want there's nothing I can do, and there's nothing I would really want to do at this point. The dog is dead, the dog is gone, you know, so is that Roscoe, you know, but this is the problem here. It probably offended Sarah more, probably offended their family more. But here's the problem here. I earned my degree. I earned that. And this is the where it all plays in here. It's like, you see, this dog, okay, this dog here is just, like what I'm saying about this dog. Well, the dog is dead. It's buried in a cemetery now since 2002. Um, see, I'm actually I'm actually believing and thinking that this karate teacher has something to do with Raymond Savoy. Well, he does. He was his best friend, salutatorian in high school. I found out from him in Lincoln Park. But he also sees as like his best friend in school. But Raymond Savoy is actually somehow related to these Scoop and Lucas law firm people. She's related somehow. I do remember Raymond saying he's Russian. Now the name Skupin is like derived from Skupinski, so that must be Russian too. My last name is Salazar. I'm Hispanic. I just say that. I don't like saying Spanish. I don't like saying Mexican. I just say Hispanic. If I can get by with that, whatever, Get by around here, say I'm Hispanic, say I'm something like that. I mean, I don't really know what to say. Don't say none of that. Call yourself Smith. Shit, I don't know what to do. But it's terrible, 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 terrible. Sometimes. Um, like, um, this is the problem I have. Oh, yeah. It's history, but let me say this. I mean, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, ultimately, if in fact this was planned, I do believe that Michael Zigafus was at the veterinary clinic. I do really believe that, and I do believe that last time I seen him after he died that day, I think he may have had something to do with that. Okay, he was there. I don't know, but I wasn't there to witness it or nothing. But if that did happen, And I have a testimonial too about this. See, I want the police, the Riverview police, to understand this real clearly. I want the Michigan State Police to understand this real clearly. I want all the law firms that are supposed to be justified in some way understand this. The FBI, the feds, understand this real clearly. If the authorities, if whatever authorities, uh, see that teacher is like an authority figure in a way. He's got influence in the police forces. This Michael Zigafus. He's got strong influence to the police forces. They train them there. They train police officers at that facility too. I train with cops, many of them. I'm like a cop to some police, but I'm not. I don't carry a badge and a pistol or anything. But I probably could if I was trained again, wherever. See, this is what I'm saying. If in fact these legal authorities are getting away with this, they're getting away with murdering my dog in response to a vengeance from this Roscoe getting, whatever, like that was an accident. What happened to Roscoe was an accident. It's not an accident that they had 40 or 50 animals in that house. Literally, truly. They had 40 or 50 animals in that house, it seemed, which it really did seem that way. I asked them how many cats they had. I think they said they had 15 or 20 in that room. And then I know I counted their dogs sometimes. There's like 15 or 20 dogs and 15, 20 cats. That's what it is. So all these animals it's insane that they're in a little home like that. But what I'm saying about this is this. It's just, um, um, see, if all these things are, people are letting it slide, the legal system is letting it slide and all that, you know, if they did, if the legal authorities, if this teacher and, and whatever, all these people, if they murdered this dog for vengeance for that Roscoe passing, if they murdered this dog was innocent, didn't deserve to die, okay. So was that Roscoe. I do agree about that. But, um, well, given the circumstances, I explained what I went through there. It was definitely an accident, you know. Uh, I'm just saying, if they would murder this dog intentionally and legal authorities cover it up and shut up about it, what's to make me not think that the authorities, and I'm pointing to, really, because really who's involved with this, I mean, I don't know what to say to these neighbors, these Scoopin' and Lucas people. Sarah's been having sexual relations with these attorneys at their law firm in Fairlane, or they drove her to a house and drove her back in Fairlane Woods or something. I don't know where they're at. They're fucking somewhere. But she comes back to me one day from Frederick's lingerie shop at the third level, all hot and sweaty, like a pig, like she's been fucking 1,000 people. Yeah, and all hot, sweaty, and like, yeah, I had a good time, didn't you, Sarah? I've been waiting for you here for 3 hours at the Fairlane Mall. Thanks for making me feel real stupid and pissing me off. It hurts so bad that she would do this shit to me, but she did it anyway. And I mean, maybe that Charles Scoopin Lucas law firm paid her like $2,000 to fuck her. I don't know what they did, but that's how they orchestrate. That's how they work. They pay Sarah. See, I know actually through Sarah that they would pay her sometimes. They would give her free things and free shit, clothes and stuff. The Catholic Church, I think, would have something to do with this too, probably. Um, People, authorities have something to do with her getting free clothes, free money, free things, free shit, and just put out sex, calm people down, whatever. But how can that be even a relationship? See, I didn't understand. That's why she must be saying she's my friend. But that's what I didn't understand about this. You know, I need to fuck. And I can't do it because every asshole in Riverview discriminates against me. The teachers discriminate against me. The math teacher hates me. The other teachers hate me. The only one that stood up for me is probably one or two special education teachers, all in all of Riverview, Michigan. All the other ones are total discriminating assholes and jerks. Oh yeah. And all throughout history, that's my history in Riverview. It's like all those terrible things. Nobody told me about what I needed to know about this Shenmue royalties or nothing. Only like something. Well, I'm not going to say nothing. I won't say. But this is the problem here. Is that this is what I'm trying to ultimately say. If in fact this dog was intentionally murdered, strangled to death or something when it was getting its nails trimmed at the McLaughlin Clinic, that is like mostly shut down now. If in fact this dog was murdered at that clinic, which I do believe he was, what's to make me think? What is it to make me think that these Scoopin and Lucas people would not orchestrate a homicide in my family? If they would kill my dog, what's to make me think they want to kill one of my parents? Or one of my brothers? Or me? Or one of someone special to me? See? See this? That's what I go through living in Riverview, Michigan today. And the FBI will not do nothing about it. The government will not do nothing about what I'm going through. I'm living here. I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. I don't want my parents living here. I don't. But this is the problem here. If the authorities, and when I say authorities, I mean, Jesus Christ, fucking holy goddamn shit. I guess the legal authorities are the Scoopin and Lucas law firm. Am I right? The holy fucking authorities are Scoopin and Lucas law firm. They got all the power, right? They're Dearborn people, right? Dearborn. They got all the power. The Dearborn police got all the power in the world, right? Oh yeah. I ain't fucking with this shit. No fucking way. The Dearborn police, and where is their law firm? Dearborn. Well, Sarah can go over there, or whoever whore that, however other many Polish whores, or whatever kind of whores can go over there and fuck those people at Scoop and Lucas law firm and make another guy wait. Why don't you make a guy that's African American wait for 3 hours and not fuck him for 3 years? Newbie Polish girl, put a black guy through what I went through. Because I feel like I'm less than a black man a lot of days in Detroit, yeah. I feel like let's put a black person through the things I went through and see how they react. See what they're going to do to you, Sarah. See what they're going to do to this scooping man who thinks he's such a fucking hotshot piece of shit. Put them through all the shit that I went through, okay? And let's really see if they're not going to react in a negative way, okay? I'm not impressed. I'm not laughing. No. You know? And then when I have you in my room and we're kissing and I'm needing to make love and nobody's coming around or something, or I'm needing to take you to a hotel or whatever and have sex or something. I mean, I have needs too, damn it. I have needs too. I'm buying your food. I'm paying for your shit. You're hanging out with me. You're teasing me. Let's do this, okay? See what I'm saying? I go through all these things. And you know, like, what I'm saying is like, oh, okay, so this is what I'm saying. There's sometimes there may be an opportunity. I'm dating this girl and she's making a fool out of my life all these years, okay, to take away this fucking degree I earned, royalties and everything I earned, give it to her kids, give it to her family. Shit, that's terrible. That's terrible. This is what happens. I asked her, I say, well, you know, you're with me, you're kissing me, you're hugging me, you're loving me. Let's just take it all the way. Don't. I'll call the police, or she'll give me some other excuse. Okay, then don't come around me. Like don't waste my time. I have told her that at times, but then she still wants to be my friend. Still wants to come around me. Oh, a lot of shit. And you know what? You know what? I can't find. I, I'll tell you. I have looked at during those 3 years. During those 3 years, from 2002 to 2005. There are so many times I have looked for another girl to date, and they won't even date me. They won't even go out with me or nothing. See? So this is what I think of what's really going on. Those Scoop and Lucas people, they have two kids. Well, they have three kids that I went to school with. I think they're collaborating with this Raymond strongly and Sarah Bach strongly. Sarah's also not on my side. She just wants people to think that she's on my side. Everybody is doing everything they can to take my reputation down, to make a fool out of my name and my whole life. Let's make sure Ryan doesn't get a date ever. Let's make sure he can't date any girls in our area. Let's make sure they all say no. And don't ever have sex with Ryan, because you're all fucking assholes anyway. I'm gonna say. That's the way people are to me. They're all assholes around here. Southeast Michigan, I don't even. I don't. I mean, I might like some women around here if I was actually okay. If I'm actually going through my single years, I don't even know what I'm gonna do sometimes. But for all I know, I'm not even gonna say nothing now. But like when I'm available, when I'm actually available, technically available, and I'm trying to date women in the past, they all said no. They all give me some stupid, lame ass excuse, some stupid excuse, some fucking dumb shit, stupid fucking reason why they won't fuck me, why they won't go out with me, and some shit. More shit. More fucking shit. I mean, I tell you what. I think if I was scooping Charles scooping and I had 5 grand to give to a whore, they still wouldn't fuck me because my name's Ryan Salazar. You're not Ryuzuki, you're Ryan Salazar. If you're Charles scooping, right this way. Yeah. I think that's what would happen if I was Andrew scooping right this way. That's how their law firm orchestrating is working all these years to me, pay off these women to fuck them, and they got a law firm. Okay, when they have car accident cases, I believe that they make like 50 to 100 grand off of some of those cases, even more. They're like those people next door to me that probably have my royalties still are millionaires. Maybe even the neighbors next across the street are like millionaires. I don't know how they are, but I know they're like educated people somehow. These people across the street through Michigan State or something. Whatever they got, they got. I don't know. I don't know about them much, but I do know about the next door neighbors. They're like they must be a millionaire family or something, and then they're claiming these royalties of mine or something more that I earned off of my degree. So I'm thinking this. I'm thinking that I'm thinking that if they're claiming my honors and my royalties, everything I earn on that piece of paper, you know, then why do they need that? Like, if they're claiming that, they're also getting money from their law firm being expensive and making a lot of money. Being an attorney and winning cases is a really good thing, okay? But I'm saying this is like if they're millionaires anyway, what the hell they need my money for? That's my money. It's supposed to be my money. See, the teacher had it all planned all this time. Now, what I'm saying here is that all this orchestrated scheme of Raymond Savoy, all this orchestrated plans and plots and schemes to ruin my reputation, and also to make women not like me, I guess, over all this time. All these European American women didn't like me, didn't want to go out with me, said no to me, wouldn't have sex with me, wouldn't do nothing with me. No, 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 no. You're nobody. And not only that, a few Hispanic women, they all said no to me. They all said no to me. Shit, man. Like, they all said no to me. They all said no to me. But I did nothing so horrible or so too heinous or anything that bad that women would just reject me like that. In 1995, I had a lot of women that were attracted to me that were throwing themselves at me. But then it's all gone when I date this girl for consecutive years, and then there's many times where she tried to make me look dumb. This Sarah girl, she was nice sometimes, but she had her times when she would go to the store and do flings in the restroom. I remember, you know what? I remember taking her to this beautiful establishment in Frankenmuth, Michigan, the restaurants and stores. When I'm eating in the restaurant, what's she doing in the restrooms? I know there's times she would put her finger in her throat and throw up the food or something. She's like a fitness trainer too, whatever. But then there were times some of the customers called me and they tried to find me and they said, you know, is this your girlfriend in the restaurant where she's got red hair, strawberry blonde hair? And they told me that and they said, well, she's having sex with men in the men's restroom. You might want to go in there or something like. Um, um, you know, I was there were those times I was like so heartbroken from Sarah. I was trying to get her to understand her. I was trying to get in her mind and understand her at the time. I didn't even bother going in there. I was calling her outside the bathroom. Like I didn't want to go in there. And, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, just so much heartbreak from this person. You think you have feelings for her and that, but I never really understood what was going on. Okay. And, I'm there at a nice establishment. I'm not going to go inside of a Frankenluth restaurant. I'm with my parents, too, by the way. And then she's going in there, having sex with strange men. Okay. I'm not going to go in there and make a big scene. I like going to the establishment. All right. I like going to the establishment sometimes during the year because I do. And I don't want to I don't want to get banned from the whole restaurant, from the facility of going there, from I could get banned. The same way I got banned from Region 5 for doing nothing wrong at Region 5. The same way they discriminate against me for the dumbest and unlawful reasons. The same way they could do that at Frankenmuth. But they would have legitimate reason if I would pick a fight and if I hurt somebody in there and Sarah would be mad at me and everyone would be mad at me. Oh yeah, who do you think you are? There you go. There you go. And that's why I don't just walk in there, waltz in there, and pound the hell out of someone. Because she wins. She's a woman. She can do anything she wants. She's an American woman. She can do whatever the fucking hell she wants. You see where I'm coming from here, everybody? She's American. She's a woman. Yeah, that's enough. She would always say that. I'm a woman. Or are you? You're not a lady, but you're a woman. I don't know what to say. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Don't think that. Yeah. A whole lot of shit I had to go through. These people orchestrated me to make me look really, really bad. Really, really bad and really horrible. Now, I know I've got the worst things to say about these people, but you know what? It is the worst experience I have with these people. And it is the utmost terrible thing, worst thing. It just goes, it's a never ending tear bath of tears that women could cry, people could cry for what I've gone through. It is the worst things anyone could ever experience. Like me, I never knew that I could go through these things and just be, I go around, walking around right now. I feel like I look like there's nothing wrong with me, right? Well, maybe I do in some ways. I look like there's nothing wrong with me, but the hurt, the pain I went through many years ago, I mean, I don't even I don't even have a desire to talk to girls or women in my community. I mean, how about that? I don't even have a desire to talk to females here. I don't. I mean, I want to get fucking laid a lot of days, but I don't have a desire to talk to women because if they're anything like that Sarah was to me, I'd rather be. I guess I'm not admitting it, but it's like I don't want to be with anybody ever again. If they're anything like her, she put the worst plays of schemes on me, and Raymond did too. And they did all this. They had all this orchestrated and planned out from day one in 1995, 30 years ago. And what I was supposed to be all this time never amounted to any of those things because they wanted to hurt me. They wanted to tear me down. They wanted to make me look bad and feel dumb. Okay, it's the worst experience. So, and like I said, let me say this again. I don't want anybody having a seizure over watching me. Like what I'm saying is so horrific and terrible. Don't get a seizure over watching me, anyone, okay? Don't get sick. Just turn off the TV if you're gonna get sick watching me. But this is the problem here. It's like if in fact these neighbors, and not only that, maybe you got some asshole cops in Michigan that would want to murder me over this shit because see, like I'm making serious claims, and I don't know how safe I am sometimes. How safe am I? How safe is my family? The family I have. How safe are they? If in fact, damn it, if in fact they can get away with the murder of this dog, I believe this dog was murdered because of a vengeance for Roscoe, this little dog and pipsqueak dog, yeah, whatever now. Okay, they can get away with killing my dog over something like that because they're collaborated because they know Sarah, because the teachers know Sarah Bach. They know her. She doesn't tell me all these years. She knows the teachers. I don't know any of this going on until a few years ago. If they can get away with that, if they can get away with killing this dog, what's to make me think they won't get away with possibly killing someone that I love, killing me or something? Okay? This is how bad America is. This is how bad Michigan is. This is how bad Southeast Wayne County, Michigan really is. It's really, really bad to live here. Don't live here, anyone. If you don't want to be discriminated against, well, damn it. Don't be real Hazuki and live my life. You will be hated all your life here. I mean, damn it. I don't know what to say because this is all this shit I fucking gone through all these damn years. And it's really, really bad. Really bad. Yeah. You better believe it. It is really bad. Because you know what? When I see a female, what do I think of? The worst, the most perverted, the most straightforward things of penetrative sex. Yes. That's all I think about. And that's why I don't even want to look at girls around here. When they see me in public or whatever, they might think I'm cute. Girls might think I'm cute. But if I look at them a little too hard, or if I, talk to them a little too much, they might think, oh, he raped me. He raped me. He raped me. Ryan, Tumpo, he raped me. You please make my knee. Tumpo, he raped me. Ryan, he raped me. I don't know what they're gonna think. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna think. I mean, my God, what are they gonna think of me? He raped me. He raped me. Don't look at him. Don't talk to him. They're so much better. And you know what else? The men are so proud of them, and the men are so protective of them. Okay, have your women. Keep them away from me. You're better, right? Be better here and leave me alone. I don't know what to say to people. I don't want to say nothing to people. I'm so offensive. I'm so terrible, right? It's really bad, the things I've gone through. And I'll say it a million times over if I have to. It's like I'm kind of scared that if I like, just ask these things sometimes, well, I'm putting myself out there or something, like any of this, it's horrific shit I'm living around, living with, living like, living around, living with, whatever. I live with the most fucking goddamn motherfucking horrific fucking shit ever. Right? It is not a good experience I have had in Michigan. Southeast Michigan. Yeah. I've had a very bad experience living here all my life. Like, I earn, you know what? The kind of person I was, everybody, in 1995, I'll explain it real clearly, real briefly. The kind of person I was in 1995 was a very loving, very nice, very courteous, very generous, very considerate, of a very noble, a very uh, courageous, a very strong, a very enthusiastic, a very inspirational, a very talented martial artist, a very good, inspirational person. And man, I was a man at 14. I proved all the traits of being a man. And there were many times in class that I showed all the traits of taking initiative. Yeah. So, from all the times I was courteous, took initiative to help someone in class if needed, took initiative to do anything, volunteers, raise my hand, do a demonstration with the teachers. I'm their best student of 1995. That's probably what they would tell you if they were honest, that I'm their best student of 1995. Um, that Dojang is a very prominent, very talented martial arts school of Dons, and they have some students that are gifted too, but I'm the most gifted student probably they ever came across. And that's why I'm so arrogant with everything I say. I believe that I'm their most gifted student in all history. One or two teachers might deny that, but that's because they don't want to make other people feel bad. I believe I'm their most valuable, their most greatest asset of student that walked into that dojang in 1995 and in all history. In all history, since they opened in, what year was it? I don't have the records here. They opened, there's a picture of them in 1945. I think that I'm their most gifted martial arts student since 1945 when they opened in history. And I came in 50 years later from 1945. There, it's a military campground. I came there 50 years later. I trained there. That degree was literally taken, everything from me. Everything I earned, every damn thing I did was claimed by somebody else. 50 years later, it's all gone. It's all gone completely. 50 years later, I earned it. And then I was swooped away as soon as it could get swooped out of my possession and everything. Gone, gone, gone. Okay. So, all this incredible talent for martial arts, generally speaking, martial arts, not just karate, not just some forms of karate. No, not just some styles and forms or whatever, The martial arts, generally speaking, I had the most incredible talent in all history. And that's why I'm so, you know, so much into myself in that way. But I'm saying these things because they're true and because they're real claims. You see, they're not just like talk. Talk is cheap, but it is talk. But there's only one way or a few ways I can think of to describe what this experiences that I went through. Okay, so I went through a lot of experiences with this over all these years, and like I show my talent through online as much as I can, but there's more talent. There's more from the videos and all those things. So I'm just saying, okay, let me say this. While I think that like maybe there's some way or something, I don't know. While I kind of think that I don't really feel 100% safe saying these claims, you know, I have to live my life too. Like everybody has to live their own lives. Everybody has to live their own lives. Everybody has to live their own lives. And teacher, that means me too, teacher. Teacher, that degree is my own life. What gives you the right to take away my own life, teacher? See? That's the way I look at it. That's the way I acknowledge this. Everybody has to live their own life. What gives a teacher the right to take away my undocumented degree and steal away my own life? What are you going to do? Like, that's what I was going to do, live my own life. What gives him the right to take my own life? Hey, it's a very offensive and it's very real. So that's not good. That's not a good thing. Yeah. What are they going to do? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, um, I have to acknowledge this. Like let me say, what would they do about like if they wanted to make I've seen these previews of an AI movie of Shenmue, an AI movie. Well, that's artificial intelligence, Shenmue. They don't show any like any promise or any realistic I mean, I guess anything's possible, but when it comes down to it, who did this fight choreography, who did all these things for Shenmue? I did this. But it's unofficial claims as it stands in Sega. It's unofficial claims to, I guess, perhaps even Yu Suzuki. It's unofficial claims to all the creators, all the people in the Shenmue group. They're calling this like unofficial claims because they're not acknowledged as official claims yet to Sega and to the highest authorities that are in Sega, like Mr. Yu Suzuki. So, you know, go figure. If they don't want to call it official, which I definitely know it is, these claims I have, um, it's covered up. They're trying to deny the truth about this, and I have every right and every reason. I have every right to claim this degree. It does state on the degree. It's undocumented, but I remember some things that were stated there. It was in different kanji character languages, but I have every right to claim this. Yes. And so I have to. I have to. How do I know? How do I really know I'm gonna succeed in school? How do I know I'm gonna succeed in a career or something? I always knew I succeeded at this. I always knew I succeeded at this, yes. But then what happens? Someone else claims what I succeeded at. You see, there's nothing right about it, and there never will be anything right about what happened, but what's done is done. And now I have to live my own life too. I'm still young enough to do these martial arts. I'm still cool enough to do these martial arts. I think I am in a lot of ways. Even though I'm not cool to a lot of people in Michigan, Southeast, whatever. People don't know me. say like, oh, he's nothing, he's nobody. They listen to all these hot women that won't fuck me and all this shit in the history. Shit. Okay, so be it. They're better. I don't know what to say. It's terrible. But um that's what I got. The history of this. And as far as I know, like I mean I know all these things that I claim here, but um it amazes me. It really amazes me that um this can just like the legal authorities, the police, and other legal authorities let this go on and on and on for years and years and years. 30 years they let this go on and get away with, like, they just get away with this, and this just gets away. People get away with this. Yeah. So, yeah, like, and let me say this too. Um, the reason, let me explain this. The reason I noticed there's some people down there just saying, there's people thinking that I need I need some therapy for what I'm talking about. Maybe I do. Maybe I really do need therapy for what I'm talking about. But here's the bigger problem with getting therapy about these claims. The much bigger problem with therapy, like, this is therapy, the unique therapy I need sometimes for me, for my legitimate legal claims. These people out here that got this guy, Love Chapo. Okay, Love Chapo. You know, I got people in the drug cartels too in my family. Love Chapo. Good for that. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. You know, um, therapy for me is not gonna work anyway. If I go to a therapist and tell them these things, which I in fact have told them these things many, 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 multiple times. This many that I can't count. This many. Okay? Too many. Whatever. I can't count how many times I've told the therapist all these things, all the above, and many, many more times, and more things. I told them all this many times. It doesn't mean a fucking thing to them because they can't do a fucking thing about it. Why? Why? Because these legal authorities have all the fucking insane power to do whatever the hell they want. This this attorney law firm next door can do anything they want and get away with it forever and ever. And you know what? I hope that my family or my people in Mexico or something are going to stand up for me if something would happen. If they, I mean, it ain't enough to kill my dog, right? It ain't enough to kill my dog, right? Right, people, whatever neighbors. It isn't enough to kill my own dog, right? You mean, I hope that's enough. And I mean, if I don't even know. Dogs killed them, whatever, the veterinary clinic. I don't even know half the shit. But it ain't enough to kill my dog. It ain't enough to do that. No. What they're gonna do? What will they do next? If it's not enough to kill my dog, they're gonna try to kill a person and get away with it legally, right? Hmm. Why do the police do nothing about this? The Ruby police won't do nothing. I mean, pick up your fucking donut and throw it in a fucking trash can and pick up a pen and then write a report. Do something in my favor, people. That not people, you guys, you police 50 people, you're not people. You police officers are meant to serve and uphold and protect the laws of the people. You serve me. I pay your taxes. Yeah. You protect me. That's your job. My job is to be a civilian. My job is to live my life. My job is to respect the laws and be a law-abiding citizen, as I have always been. My job is not to have to listen to some crazy shit happen in the street that is probably covered up by the Review police too, in a way. I mean, I'm saying it now. Your job is to tell me all these things. Maybe your job is to let me know that your job is to take care of that too. If there's something going on in the street, people getting killed or something, your job is to take care of that. There's some incident that I described to the police department that, hey, I don't know, and they don't do the police. They cover things up. Okay, so you know, my job is to be a law-abiding citizen, which it is, and I am that. Their job is to uphold the law, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, I guess their job probably would be to follow up and make sure the police do their job accordingly at the local levels, at the state level, because when the local and the state police are not doing their job right, they have to rely on the FBI, right? Right. Or whatever. If they'd all do their job right, and if the lawyers would do their job right, and if the lawyers would not pay off everybody to give them free money and get away with all this crime, I don't know what the legal authorities, what these Scoop and Lucas law firm have done, and I don't know what they're up to, but you know, I'm saying if people would just do the things they're supposed to do in life, I wouldn't have my problems. No, no. What do they got to do? Take my degree, take my money, take it all. And this is what I'm come to now. I'm suffering all this time, all these years. See? So me going to a therapist and explaining this to a therapist at the guidance center, me explaining this to a peer advocate or some shit that they want to call an ACT team or whatever the hell it is, shit. Them doing that, okay? That's not enough. That's fucking not enough, damn it. Because I go through all kind of horse shit every day with this on my mind, with remembering this, and the fact that it pains me every day I'm awake, that this makes me sick to remember this happened to me. And how old am I? In my mid 40s here. I'm not wanting in my early 40s, call it my early 40s it is. I'm not wanting to accept this. I'm not wanting to acknowledge that some asshole law firm next door to me deserves my royalties. Some asshole karate teacher that got away with this deserves my money. That some asshole girl deserves getting away with this shit. And then whatever the hell else. I don't know who collected this money, but that was always my money. And that's always supposed to be mine. And they probably, like, if it was paid back to me, it would not be paid. They cannot afford to pay back to me. They cannot afford to pay it back. What I have done for this is expensive as hell. $47 million to $70 million project. Does the next door neighbor law firm have $70 million to give me? Because I did the whole damn project of Shenmue, in my opinion. You know, I know that some of this was sold to Japan or whatever. Okay, if I did the whole project myself of Shenmue, I did the fight choreography. Those stories are inspired by my likeness and my history. I think I'm really responsible for creating Shenmue, all the Shenmues. In a lot of ways, it's inspired by me. I. You hear that, Alberto? I. Remember I talked to you? Remember me, Alberto Riquides, wherever you are now? I don't care. I did all this. I said the fat hog. I'm proud. I'm this guy. I don't care. That guy was just, Alfred Riquides. Who is that? I don't even want. I probably shouldn't even brought that up, but there's this person from California. It really looks like the Alfred Riquides, and I'm just joking around, little. I'm just kind of kidding around, little hinting around, little joke here. I don't want it to be taken too serious. but by the Acritas family. You know, there's Benny Acritas, there's Alfred Acritas. If there's another brother, you know, my claims do start with I sometimes, and a lot of times they do, because they're about me. Yeah, they're about me, and they're about me. So this Shenmue was based off of me. Who's that guy looking like Ryuzuki? Me, me. Yeah, I. Make it again, everyone. Let's make Shenmue again. Let's make it all over again. Should we do that? I don't know. I don't know what to do about it sometimes because of I did the fight choreography. I have the history of these stories that are inspired to make Shenmue. Yes. So I have this in my history. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But I have this. I have this talent to do the moves of Shenmue, of Ryohazuki, of the Hazuki style, the scrolls from the shops. I have this talent. I have the body. I have the looks. I have the hair of Shenmue. I have the hair of Ryohazuki. I have the eyes of Ryohazuki. I have the eyebrows of Ryohazuki. I have the skin tone of Ryohazuki. I have the nationality of Ryohazuki. I am American, but I am supposed to be depicted as my new name of Ryohazuki. I have the degree in my history, in my memories. I have that true history. I am willing to go to the Supreme Court. I'm willing to be on TV for international court hearings from Japan or wherever. I'm willing to challenge Sega. I'm willing to challenge Bandai Namco. I have all these claims. I did this. I did that. I'm the guy that they used to make Shenmue. I'm the guy that was chosen. I'm the guy that was selected. I'm the guy with the ultimate talent of Shenmue. I'm the guy that still does the moves 30 years later of Shenmue, of Ryohazuki. When I say of Shenmue, when I say of Shenmue, I mean like a tree, like a strong endurance. What is Shenmue? Shenmue is a tree. Shenmue is a big tree that's still standing. Where's the Shenmue tree? In Guilin. I am Shenmue. If I am the tree of Shenmue, if I am Ryohazuki, I am all these things that I claim. Where do I get this kind of pride? Where do I get this kind of knowledge? Because I know these things. Because I am these things. Why am I proud? Because I have every right to be. Why am I humble? Because I have every right to be. Why do I not show off? Because I don't like to. Why did I never show off in that year 1995? Because I don't like to show off anyway. I am all these things, all these claims that are so offensive, that are so real, that are so enduring, that are so much real and alive. And all these claims are very real. Why do I get this proud? Because I did these things. I did them, and I know I did them. And I know I'm this. And I know I had a degree. And I know I am the degree. And I know I am all these things. I mean, I feel like I have to make it real clear and make a real big deal about it because I know that I'm this. And I don't think, that I should lose this to, uh, like a local southeastern law firm in Michigan. I don't think I should have to be less than these people that are of a southeastern law firm. I don't think I'm a less person than them. I don't think that their son is better than me. I don't think that their father is better than me. I don't think that this cop is better than me. I don't think any of those people are better than me, but they want me to probably think that they're better than me. They probably want me to believe that they're better than me, that I'm nothing, that I'm nobody. That's what I really think of these people. I think they want to rub it in my face like their own poop and say, you're nobody, you're nothing, Ryan Salazar. Your name means nothing. You are nobody. They want to tear up all their information, all the history, and say, you're nothing. I think that's what they would want to do. I don't know. I don't know what would happen, but this is the reality that I really think is real about this is that people are so offended and so jealous and angry about my claims. They're so mad about what I've done that year. But they got so much more ahead of me with their schemes, with their claims, with their plans to take over all the women around here and like yeah, all the men that are think they're special around here in Riverview, the ones that are in Dearborn and Riverview, this law firm, they got control of the women. I mean, yeah, shit. The one girl I dated for 3 years, they had control of her. They gave her free shit. They had sex with her in bathrooms and they made her feel special for giving her free shit and propping her up and probably sending her to Florida, going to meet people, celebrities in Florida. I don't know where she's been all these years, but yeah, they want her to think she's better and they're all better than me. But they think that. Guess what? I don't think like that. I think I'm significant. I don't give a fuck to compare myself to any one of these people that say they're better than me. I don't care to compare myself to them, but they want me to think. They want to compare themselves to me and say, don't say his name around my son, my daughter, my husband. You know what? I say that shit. If you took my money, you're always going to owe me, and you're always going to not be better than me for owing me that money because I'm so offended that they would think they're better than me. That's offensive. But at the same time, I'm Ryozuki. I'm Shen Kazama. Don't have my Bandai Namco hat on, but I've done all these things. I've done the moves. They used my likeness. They gave my fight choreography to them, to Bandai Namco and Sega, and sold it off. Right? Is that what happened? Well, this girl of Polish descent and Irish descent don't say nothing to me. That's all I know about her. How do I identify her to the police? Strawberry blonde hair. Oh, 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 oh. What I'd say? Strawberry blonde hair, medium height, thick body. Oh, likes to get free money, likes to get money, likes to. Not only that, well, some of these people, let me say too, after they received what I gave them, after they received the money from the royalties, get this, after they received the money from the royalties, they use that. They use that to succeed in college. Okay? Mr. Garrison, okay? They use that to succeed in college. The money from my royalties and my honors and all that crap, that freebie shit from my degree to them, they use that to succeed in college. To pay for their books, to pay for their food, to pay for their bills, to pay for their sex. Anytime they needed it, anytime they needed to give it the teacher professors sex from the daughters and shit, they needed to do that, but they needed my money to help them be impressive, I guess. I don't know. Money makes things happen. Money makes things possible. That's what I need to say. Money makes everything possible in life. Money makes everything possible in life. If you don't believe me, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But I know what I'm talking about. Money makes everything possible in life. My money made everything possible in someone else's life to succeed, to get a degree from Wayne State University, to get a bachelor's degree after they got their associate's degree from a community college or whatever, whatnot. They succeeded first. Probably, I'm thinking, just like, speculating. Like, these people in my history that took the money, they earned it with my respect, with my honor, with my degree, with my royalties, with my money. That gave them a stepping stone to get there. I wish I was a white person a lot of days and I could get away with that, be accepted by all the other people with that kind of skin tone. Okay, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be George Lopez, but even though I might be like a half breed and joke to some Chicanos, uh, you know, I still have the skin tone of being Latino and all that. And this is the problem here. This is the problem. There's no respect anyway for my achievements or anything. Because why? Somebody represents it, but I don't know how much they're going to represent it. How much are they going to be loyal to representing me? You see, I don't hear one word from that karate teacher. Not one word. Over 30 years, I have to find him sometimes. I guess I won't bother him anymore. I mean, I guess that I won't bother him anymore because he tells me he doesn't value the degree. He tells me he doesn't care. He doesn't, like he tells me like to let it go and stuff. But you know what? Here's the problem I have. That's money. That's my money. That's my earnings. That's my success. That's my contributions to Sega and Bandai Namco. Somebody else gets the money for all that. You see? That's not right. It's not right. So the reason I'm saying this about the dog, those dogs that are deceased now, those two dogs that are deceased, and how those dogs became deceased, uh, I'm just saying that because that makes sense. Because that's in correlation somewhat. That's all aligned. That's aligned with the karate teachers if they're related to the McLaughlins for being German. Okay, if they're related, it's all related. It's all real. Yeah, and if these legal authorities like of attorney law firms and police and whatever government, whatever the hell is out there, teachers, whatever, if they would murder my dog, if they would get away with that, like, let me explain it. If they would go as far to murder my dog, my animal, what's to make me think that they would not try to harm my family, to do worse than harm, not just to my family, but to me? If you're going to kill something of mine that's like my family, if you're going to murder something of mine, if you're going to murder a life form of mine that's like my family, an animal, what's to make me think they will not try to murder my own family, a person in my family, or me? Murder. Because they're a syndicate law firm that gets away with this shit? A criminal syndicate law firm? Yeah. Or some criminal cops that get away with this shit? What's to make me think they will not get away with that too? See? And I'll tell every fucking dickhead, fucking idiot cop that thinks otherwise, okay, that this is what I think. And this is my history. You all watch this. I want every single 5-0 Riverview police, Woodhaven police, any police around this surrounding downriver area, whatever the hell, watch this video and watch all my content. Follow up with me. Know who I am. I am somebody from my claims. Watch this, and every federal investigator, every federal bureau person, watch this, and the government, watch this, politics, watch this, because this is my history that's taken from me. This is everything that's taken from me, from this little community of Michigan, This is what I was supposed to signify myself to be a martial arts movie actor with. Okay? I was supposed to be a martial arts movie actor with these claims. Everybody who thinks they have authority in the authorities, whatever harebrained, wishy-wash, slap on the wrist people, law figures, slap on the wrist, law figures, watch this. Hardcore cops watch this. Cops that mean business watch this. I mean it. Everybody watch this because I'm not kidding around about my claims. They're real. They're very real. And what's to make me think? What's to make me think that these assholes who have authority will not try to murder my family or me? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Who am I to say? Like, I don't feel safe sometimes because of all the claims I have on my YouTube channel. Because the police will not do nothing in my favor to give me my money or my court hearings. The police will not give me my court hearings. The the people, the teachers, the whatever, they don't acknowledge me enough. They don't respect what I went through, all the shit I went through. They don't care. They don't care. No. Who do I go to get help? Nobody. Like, I could tell these things to a local therapist at the guidance center. I could say these things. It isn't going to really matter because, you know, like, let me say this. Firstly, they're going to say, oh, this guy, okay, so this guy is what, he's got mental health conditions. They're going to go through my mental health conditions. But when it ultimately comes down to the real truth of this, my mental health conditions, like let's describe them. I have a mask. I have a mask for psychosis. I take medication for that. I take medication for paranoia and whatever. All these things are masked. Depression, delusional thoughts, delusional ideas, oblivious ideas, whatever the hell it is, mirages, things I think I might see or hear. That's all masked with Abilify. Abilify, okay? That's all masked. I'm Zorro. Abilify Zorro. Call me that. I don't care what people think, but I do care that I'm respected for what I claim. All these things. It's like I'm masked. I'm masked. If I'm masked, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that my problems, my medical conditions are not really there. Like what it means is like you can't see that in me. You can't know that about me because I'm on a medication for it because those problems are concealed. And because those problems are not what's making me say these things. Like those conditions, those medical conditions from a karate certificate, those conditions are not are not what's causing me to say these things. Admit these truths, ultimate truths, real truths. These truths are valid. These truths can be verified with people if they're going to tell the truth. But it's a testimonial that I say because, you know, I know. You know that I know. Whoever is watching that knows me. You know me, you know. And I'm not lying about this. So this is all true. Everything I say is very, very true. And this is what I have to say about this. It's just, it has been gnawing at me, making me angry, like sometimes during the day, to think of this, to believe this history would add up to this, you know. It's not very satisfying, no. But in other words, another way, regards to this, I want to say thank you everybody for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Yes. So, and like I said, within the title, I'm going back. Let's refer to the title. Please just arrest them all. If these people in my history and the people that are defending themselves and whatever they're doing, if they're wanting to plan to commit some kind of crime like this and get away with it, please just arrest them. Like I say in the title, please just arrest them. Please just arrest them, because I too am a human being. I too have human rights. I too am trying to live my life. Why do other human beings get away with this kind of crime? Why do other people get away with this? I mean, I can think and imagine of all the ideas that are out there that they would just get away with this, you know. And probably it's all comes down to one thing that life's all about. Am I right? Sex. If they can use their sex to get what they want, and money and sex is all it's about, right? It probably is. And that's what makes the world turn: money and sex. Money and sex. Money and sex. You know how simple that is to me? Here's how simple that is to me. Money and sex. Money and sex. It's all that people care about, right? It's all they care about. I mean, women won't fuck me. No one cares about me. No one acknowledges me. Money and sex is what it's all about, right? Money and sex make the world turn. Ass and titties. Ass and titties. See, even though I used to listen to this song with my past friend, past girlfriend, first past girlfriend, I don't know which one it was, but I think it was neither one. It was neither one, because it was all scheme. Scheme. Okay? Scam. Scam is the same thing to me as scheme. Scam and scheme. That karate teacher and this Sarah. Yep. Yep. And you know, some people can just get away totally fucking free with making a fool of someone, you know, totally free. Get away with it. Get away with every single thing. And, you know, it doesn't matter that I come to her and I respect her with everything I am to respect her, show her that I respect her, and then this is what I did. Okay. So I am not happy, Raymond Savoy. I am not happy, Sarah Bach. I am not happy, Scoop and Lucas Law Firm, that you guys would use this to make me look stupid and bang that girl in bathrooms, bang that girl everywhere, and you know what? Like, shit, it makes me look really bad. Your standards to me, the Scoopin' man, his standards to me, for him doing that to what was like my girlfriend, the one I respected at the time, the one that I, had a lot of respect for. To me, his standards are really much beneath me, this Charles Scoopin. And Raymond Savoya's standards way beneath me for not respecting me in this regard. For using Sarah like as bait to make a fool out of me. Really, it just like, they don't have standards to me. They don't have moral standards. They don't have any standards. It's like they do this. It's good to fuck hot women, right? It must be great. I wish I knew the feeling more, but I really don't because this one wouldn't do me. And all these other women wouldn't say yes to me for dates or nothing around here. So all this time, all these years, all this time, this is what I go through. So they don't have standards, they don't have class, they don't have nothing like that. But they want everybody to think they have standards. They want everybody to think they have great morals and the better morals. They're better than you, right? They have the most utmost class, and they probably listen to Beethoven and fucking classical music all the time. But they also listen probably to rap. They don't want you to know that, but well, let them listen to rap. Let me say this: rap is fine. You can listen to all this music. I don't care what people listen to. It don't mean they're of a lesser standard because they listen to rap. It doesn't mean that. If I listen to rap or this club music that means banging girls everywhere I can turn, uh, it doesn't mean they have less standards. What it really means here, what this means in my history, is just the fact that the scheme is already planted on my life and ruined my whole life. Like I'm complaining because I don't give a motherfuck if women would even say yes to me sometimes. They just insult me to look hot sometimes. They insult me to not like me. They insult me to not be attracted to me. And they insult me to, um, you know, a lot of things. Women just offend me anyway. You know, I think they offend me anyway without a reason. Because why? Why do I feel like women offend me without even a reason? Because of the long history I had in this community of Downriver, Michigan, this Southeast Michigan, all these years, I could ask 10 girls a day and they all say no to me, I think. During those 3 years I dated this Sarah, I've had the worst experiences. I mean, I don't even give a fuck to try. I don't care. I don't care a lot of times, and they don't care either. So, whatever the hell it is, I don't care who thinks they're better. It's just the fucking history that makes my life look stupid around here, and but it's just so horrible that I had to experience this all these years. And this one girl knew what she was up to all this time. One girl, not just her, but also the family of the law firm, this Scoopin and Lucas law firm. They knew what they were doing. See, they knew what they were doing too. Like these people always knew what they were getting away with. They always knew what they were doing behind my back, deceiving me. If it's not punching me in the back, it's worse, okay? But it's like people always get away with this shit. And it's offensive. So a lot of things about this, okay? This is why I explain this. And I'm like almost at 3 hours here or something, but I guess, in a way, it's too much. This is people expect me like to get over this and to not let it go. It is horrific as hell what I had to go through, experience this one teacher was, what's funny? His family taught him to be a saint. His family taught him to be a saint, but they also taught him martial arts. Okay, so I'm like the same kind of upbringing. Me and this kind of this teacher Raymond Savoy, yeah, he's taught the same way I am mostly. But then my parents don't support me in this martial arts enough. So I'm thinking this Raymond Savoy is like me. And then I wanted to know him all these fucking years. I wanted to know this man. This was my teacher. This is Guizhang to me. I wanted to know him all these years. And then Sarah Bach keeps him away from me all these years. maybe Raymond didn't want to reveal himself to me or something. Which one was it? Which one was it, Sarah? Will you ever tell me this? She won't ever tell me. Did I wanted to know that teacher for ever since 1995 when he left Arizona? I wanted to know him. I wanted to know him. Ever thought of him every single fucking day in my life. And you would not say one word to me, Sarah. Not one fucking word, would you? You wouldn't say nothing. You wouldn't say nothing. No, because it's all about yourself. It's all about your clothes. It's all about your body. It's all about who you're fucking next time. You know, never about me. Never, never, never. And that's all the reason why I lose respect for these people that think they're people. They think they're justified people in life. I look at them like they're crap because they look at me like I'm crap. After I contributed such a great thing, I'm looked at like I'm crap now. After I contributed such a great thing, I should always be remembered as that. But then not only that, it's more than that. But you see, these people came in the middle of like wedges stopping me from knowing these teachers. The only regret I have, and probably the biggest mistake I ever made in my life, was not going back to that Korean martial arts school, Dojang, Region 5, Lincoln Park. I didn't go back there soon enough. Now that I can say that's my fault too. Probably if I would have went back there in the year 2002, if I would have went back to there in 2002 to 2005, I think I would have found Sarah there and some of her boyfriends there, making me look dumb. I think I would have found her there waiting for the cry teachers after class, whatever, hanging out. I think I would have run into Sarah sometimes. Charity, by the time it was 2019, 2000 and, by the time it was 2017, 16, all those years, whatever, she was already done making me look stupid, having sex with those men. She's already finished with that. That time passed long ago. See, I'm really offended, but what can I do? You know, this is why I say these things on YouTube. I say these things on YouTube because they have to amount to something to do something for me. But nothing will be done for me, right? Right? Nothing will be done. They all go on what the whoever says. I don't even know who they follow, whatever. But this is the problem I have. Very offensive to me. Very disrespectful to what I did for Japan. What I did for Japan, they don't respect that. Nobody respects. I did that. I did it first initially for Japan, and for Korea too. For Korea, for Japan, I did it for the planet. What do I get for it? Nothing. See, I did it for the world. I changed history. I changed history. I changed the world for the better. The betterment of the planet, the betterment of video games, the betterment of everybody playing a video game. This video game inspired Grand Theft Auto. It changed the world. It changed video game history. All these things without my fight choreography, without my stories, without my life experiences from 1995, and especially without my iconic martial arts sensational fight choreography. This video game Shenmue would have been nothing really, because if it wasn't for me inspiring Ryo Hazuki, where would they be, Shenmue? Where would any of them be? I did this. I know I did this. And thank you, everyone. I'm RetroRyoHazuki81.